Good morning guys, and welcome back to Alan's Allotment. It's the 17th of April, Saturday 2021. So we're just in the flow stencil shed now, and the black hen only has the one egg, but it is full, and as yet it hasn't hatched. So that means the old blondie neck cock is fertile, so we're just waiting to see if that does hatch, guys. Moving up, we have the black white bar frill stencil cock that we bred as a layebred last year, paired to the little reduced hen, and they were the first to hatch on Thursday evening, and both eggs have hatched. Moving up to the top, we have the young blondie neck cock paired to the white check toy stencil Trigonino, and as you can see there's an eggshell there, and both of those hatched Friday night. So we're just waiting for this black hen's egg to hatch, which she was the last to lay, which should be in the next day or two, and if that hatches, that will be 100% success in this loft for hatchability. Midweek we rolled up the fronts on the aviaries and we put in a bath, ready for those eggs to be hatching, and it seems to have done the trick. We also done the same with the front of this aviary, and we put in a bath for the birds so they could wet down their second round of eggs. I'm not sure if you can actually see this, guys, but here we have the milky cock in the aviary. How he gets in here I do not know, because to watch him fly in it's really bad. I don't know how he makes it up here, guys. Good morning guys, and a welcome back to Alan's Allotment. Right, we've got quite a bit of an update for you for this week, and I have a lot of hard work in front of me for today, as usual, but in a different sense. So first of all, the first thing is the milky cock is still there. However, both of his eggs off the second nest that we put under the blacks are clear again. So we've threw those out, and we've taken one of the eggs back that was the blacks off the nest under the satinettes and brought it back and put it under the blacks. The two eggs that came off the satinettes were put under the blacks, then moved down to the milkies, and it appears that one of those is full off the satinettes. So my hunch was right, there must be a cock in that section. What's more, I seen two more of those satinettes hunched in a corner, in the opposite corner also, and one calling the other, so presumably a cock and hen again, where they were all supposed to be hens. So we put in a nest pan, and we thought if we get 4 eggs, it's 2 hens. If we only get 2 eggs, it is a cock and hen. And we have 2 eggs in that nest. Now, there isn't anything that's recently laid. I think the indigos actually might be about the same time. The indigo's second nest might be about coincide. So I'm not sure whether to swap those eggs over, and then at least if they do hatch, all of them, the short beaks can rear the long beaks, and the long beaks can rear the short beaks. So we'll wait and see if the eggs start to fill on both nests before we decide to make that decision. Today, most of the young birds are being taken off the nest. They need to be off the nest now and in their own quarters. But the quarters are going in. I've got all sorts in there which I need to clean out and move out over into the other shed for now. I've got the timber to finish the benching off in the new shed that we're working on, or to do some of the benching, or do the benches at least. My grass is 10 foot tall, so I need that to get cut, hopefully today, or make a start on it. And I have 4 silky chicks arriving today. One of my mates, I gave him some eggs off my hens, some leg bars, and he hatched them out because he wanted some of those. And I asked him to put me 6 eggs in off his silkies so I could have some clockers, and later in the year we might hatch some chicks ourselves. So he's 4 of them's hatched. We don't know whether they're all cock birds or all hen birds or what. They're only 3 or 4 weeks old. So I need to clean out one of the empty sections in the empty pigeon loft that we have at the bottom here, and we'll need to put them in there for another 2 or 3 weeks until they're hardened off, and then they can just go in with the rest of the hens and join the pecking order. So got a lot to do today, guys. Another positive thing was, as of last night, we hit 400 subscribers. Absolutely delighted. More than I could have hoped for. I really do appreciate all my subscribers, every single one of you. And if it's your first time here, please think about hitting the subscribe button, then the little bell icon on the right. Select all, and that will alert you every time I put up a new video. If you could all find the time to just hit the like button or the dislike button, the more people that can do that, the higher the ratings of the videos, the more people can see it, and potentially the more subscribers. Some people may be missing out, so if you can help me with that, guys, I really would appreciate it. Just hit the like or the dislike, both of those 2 things. Even if you don't want to comment, just the like or the dislike will help to boost the ratings of the videos, get it out there so other people can see them, guys, and they might also be able to enjoy the content that I put up. I've got the kettle on and I'm going to have a cup of coffee, and then I've got quite a lot ahead of me. But I'll bring you along as we go through the day, guys. I'll see you later. Right, guys, I just made me a cup of coffee and took one mouthful, and I got a phone call. Ready to go down and collect the young silky chicks. And these are the young silky chicks, guys. So basically, hopefully some of these will turn out to be pullets, and we want them to be clockers that will sit and hatch eggs, if people don't know what a clocker is. And this breed is noted for clocking and hatching youngsters. You do duck eggs, goose eggs and hen eggs. But they're only a small breed, and you can usually only put 3 or 4, sometimes 5, under a clocker at any time. But it's just a means of, a lot of my hens are all geriatric now, and they're getting on in the years, and I need to try and get some youngsters out of them, some young pullets. Saves me going and buying them again, guys. So that's what their intentions are for these. I'll see you later. Right, guys, 11:15 in the afternoon now. I've been cleaning out that, getting all the clutter out of that shed. It doesn't need cleaned out. It was recently cleaned out, so it'll be fine for the young birds. I still need to go on the other side and actually clean that one out before to put the chickens in. They're still in the little crate at the moment. It's took me till now just to get cleaned out. It's absolutely boiling. I don't know what temperature it is outside, but it's ridiculously hot in the polytunnel, and we've got the door wide open. And I've actually got a little fan on the floor blowing some cool air. I've just been sweating really bad. But I'm just trying to cool down a bit. We've got the jacket off and the cardigan and everything. So we love the warm weather, guys, but it really does play havoc. I've got no energy to start with, and when it gets like this I have even less. So it's taken me quite some time just to get the stuff moved out of there and put into other sheds and squeeze it in wherever I can until I've got the other shed ready, and then we can start tidying up properly and putting stuff in there up on shelves. Excuse me, once we've got some proper shelving in and everything, and start making some space to tidy the, and as we've tidied one shed we should then be able to tidy that one up and get some shelving in, and then move through the process that way. I'm just going to have this cup of coffee, and then we're going to get finished off cleaning out that other section, and we're going to get the young birds out of off the nests, and we're also going to get those little chicks put into a section on their own. I'll see you later, guys. Right guys, it's 1:30 now. I needed some layers pellets from the farm shop, and I didn't have any chick crumb for the chicks. And I found a feeder for them, but I could not find any of the drinkers, and I must have 20 of them somewhere. They're over in the garage stacked somewhere, and I can't find a single one, so I had to go and buy a drinker, some chick crumbs, and 2 bags of layers pellets for the hens anyways. So we've now got the birds in here, as you can see. So we've got them a drinker, big tall drinker, and a feeder full of chick crumb, which will last them several days. And they're all, as you can see how small they are guys, they're all huddled in a corner there. Now they were here. I put a little bit of wheat in that while I went and got some chick crumb for them, and they were trying to eat it before I came back, so they already know where to go. And the red is an attractant for chickens, so they will come over to investigate what the red is, and they will find the food and water anyways guys. And they are feeding themselves anyways before they came here, so they just need to find the way to where the water and food is, and they'll be fine. All cleaned out. We just took all the grills out of everything. We cleaned all this out, and the bags and bags of room to grow on in here guys. And we've now just filled a feeder with corn, ready for to start putting the youngsters in this section here. We've got all this cleared out of all the junk I had piled in here. That was a marathon. So just need to get my drinkers set up in here now, and then a cup of coffee, and we'll start weaning the youngsters off. See you later guys. Right guys, in the stock loft, just getting the youngsters off now. Just show you what's left actually on the nest at the moment. So this is a lovely little indigo check, this, and you can probably just see the ribboning starting in the tail. It's going to be just like its mother, and the purple around the face, and then a lovely bronze cast over the checked body. So that one needs another couple of days on the nest guys, so it'll probably come off about Wednesday evening. Our little toy stencil, or frill stencil that it might turn out if it gets white in the tail when it gets through the molt. We're going to leave that one till about Wednesday as well. So the toy stencil and the indigo check probably be about Wednesday. There's a good possibility our little barless will also be ready about then. Yeah, that's coming on as well. About Wednesday for the barless as well. And these two what appear to be still blacks at the moment, which are F2 for toy stencil check and frill stencil. They'll probably be about Wednesday as well guys. And you'll notice in our nest down here we've got a lovely little ice. These are going to be about Wednesday as well guys. So we've got a nice lovely ice bar, and we have an ice barless, or a barless carrying the ice gene. You can see he's darker than his parents, whereas the youngster is just as light as the parents, but it's still carrying the ice gene guys. So it's a little ice bar hen and a barless cock by the looks of it. And that's all that's left in here now guys. So we've got the toy stencil white bar cock back on his second nest. We've got the toy check back on his second nest. We have the blacks sitting on one of their own eggs we've given back. We've got the milkies. He's the milky cock on the nest. He's made a full recovery by the way, but he can't fly properly. They're sitting the satinet's eggs. We have the Qualmond back on eggs. I thought I seen he'd only laid one. She'd only laid one this time. No, she has laid 2. Now if any Qualmonds come out of this time guys, I'm keeping them. There won't be any more Qualmonds this year for sale. And then we have the white bar cock back on 2, the almond cock back on 2, the youngsters off this round are already spoken for Mark. The youngsters off this next round are already spoken for from Tony. So yes, we'll just see how all this goes, guys. I'll show you the birds getting put in the shed. Right guys, we're here in the young bird section now. We're just going to show you these as we go through them. So the first one, I'm not sure if you can see this or not, but this is an Andalusian, and it has some faint brown bars, and that's usually synonymous of carrying the frill stencil gene. And of course it is off a frill stencil, full frill stencil, an F1 frill stencil hen, which is his mother, and this is probably going to be a cock. So I'll just give you another little look at that. This is an Andalusian, as you can see. And that's the first one. That's the one we're keeping, guys. That's the first one in the shed. The next one is a lovely brown spread, dark brown spread pied, as you can see. It's white flighted in both wings and pied round the face. And this one is spoken for by Mark, a different Mark to the other Mark that's booked the second round off the Allotment. This one's spoken for. And the next one we have, guys, is the Qualman pied. This has turned out a beauty. Try and see if I can give you a better look. So this is a Qualman pied. It's going to be a beauty, this. I prefer them without the pieding myself, but nonetheless, this is a bonny youngster. It's already starting to get the black flecking around the neck and the face already. And of course this will get flecking right through the body and the flights as he gets older. That's the Qualman, also spoken for by Mark. The first Mark, not the second one. And then we have a nice little blue white flight, which came off the indigo check and the white bar cock. Lovely blue with just the one white flight. And they do sometimes just breed the blue pieds or blue white flights. And that one's also spoken for by Nicky, who bought the fantails. Bit of an update with the old boy as well that Nicky took on. Apparently he filled one of his eggs when Nicky paid him up. So, be interesting to know whether that hatched out or not, Nicky. Let me know in the comments below, that would be good. And the next one is a really nice light check, also spoken for by Nicky. A really nice pigeon this one's turned out. It's just like the hen that bred him. And this is off the Qualman cock and the light check hen. And that's another one spoken for by Nicky. Nicky will be getting some barless birds off me late in the year, once I have enough that I want myself. And then we have another very nice light brown check. This is a brown check, not a standard check. This is a light brown check, as you can see. And this one's spoken for by Mark. So Mark bought quite a lot of the first round. So he has two brown spread pieds, a light check brown, a Qualman, and he's also taken the indigo check that's still on the nest, which will be coming off on Wednesday. Out of all of these I've put in here up to now, I'm keeping one, and that's the Andalusian frost stencil. And for now, this is all that's ready. This is your other brown, spread brown pied mark. This is your brown spread pied, the second one. White flighted in only one wing, this one, and a little bit of pied in around the face, as you can see. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 in here for mark so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, yep. That's 3 browns mark, two brown spread pieds, a light check brown, and your Allotment pied, and there's still the indigo check. It's going to be a bonny youngster that's going to come off about Wednesday, and that's your first round complete, mate. So we give you a quick look of them just before we go, of them settled down in the shed. You can see the brown bars in this Andalusian now. They potentially could turn white, and we could end up with the frost stencil after all. The light check, the blue white flight, and the Allotment pied, the brown spread pied, the second brown spread pied, and the light brown check. Right guys, it's 10 to 4 in the evening now. I've had enough. We've got another little job, I suppose. So what we've done now is we've got these benches in the shed, and I've made a little set of shelves for that back wall for now, for putting boxes of screws and nuts and bolts and things like that on. And yeah, it's still a productive day, and I've had enough. If it's fine tomorrow, we'll do the grass, but for today I've had enough. I'll see you later, guys. Right guys, as always, I'm a glutton for punishment. Excuse me, it's now 4:45 in the evening. I'm just having this cup of coffee and then I'm definitely going home. It suddenly dawned on me, so I've done a little bit more in the shed as it happens. I put another little bit of shelf in for maybe start having the cups of tea and coffee over there. I don't know yet. I put a little bit of a shelf in just to see how it would look. Enough just to put the kettle on, and cups and coffee and sugar, etc. I found a fisherman's seat, one of these collapsible fold-up ones, in the garage, whilst I was trying to clear the area, knowing full well I would need the lawnmower out. And I've managed to clear the area and make the lawnmower accessible, ready for tomorrow now, guys. I was going to pull the big ride-on mower out, but I've got to get in between those flags and one thing and another, so I thought, it's got that bad for the first cut. What we'll do is we'll collect up the grass and throw it into the chicken pen where they're still struggling for grass at the moment. It'll fertilise that, and it'll also feed the hens. So tomorrow, if I come up here and the weather is okay, the only thing I intend to do tomorrow is cut the grass, plant some peas. My beetroot got destroyed, they dried out on me. I might plant some more of those, and some of those F1 Crimson crushed tomatoes. I might put 3 or 4 of those in. My father-in-law's wanting 1 or 2 as well, so I might put 4 of those in. The other 3 tomato plants are still surviving, and the aubergines are still okay for now. I'm going to have this cup of coffee, guys. I'm absolutely wiped out, my back's going crazy again, but I've had a productive day again, as always, so we don't complain too much. At the end of the day, we got results. For now, guys, stay safe, be practical, and keep yourselves out of harm's way. Don't forget to subscribe, like or dislike, and we'll see you again in the next video, guys. Thanks for watching.